Yo YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video I'll be giving the best build to run on Clown in 2022. I do think this is the best build for Clown, and let's get into the build. Okay, so you want to run Save the Best for last so that it decreases the basic attack cooldown. Then you want to run Deadlock for gen pressure, so every time someone does a gen it locks up the gen with the most progress. Then Brutal Strength to break pallets quicker, but then also Fire Up paired with Brutal Strength so that you get the extra speed on picking up and breaking objects. Let's get into the build. First up, we've Brutal Strength by itself without Fire Up. We're going to see the speed that it breaks the pallet, which is still quick but not as quick as we'd like it to be, so we need to get stacks on Fire Up to allow the speed to be very quick. Alright, so as you can see, we've put the build down. We've got 2 stacks on Save the Best. Ideally we need them to pop a generator at this point so that we can get a stack on Fire Up so that we can get that extra speed for breaking pallets. There we go. Deadlock just activated and blocked up the gen Killer Shack because that's the one with the most progression, which this is why I like this build, because we can eat through pallets but also block up the gens that are getting progression. Right here we get 2 stacks on Fire Up, and paired that with Brutal Strength we're now starting to move a bit faster through the pallets. As you can see, with 5 stacks and Save the Best for last. Save the Best for last is a really common perk at the minute with killers, and the reason for that is that we get less of a cooldown for when we attack a survivor. As you can see, I put the build down on the floor again. You know, at the minute this build is working its wonders. We have a 3 gen strat up at this side of the map, and that's the way I want to keep it. With Deadlock it'll allow us to keep the gens up this side of the map. Now as you can see, we still have 2 stacks on Fire Up and Brutal Strength, and we're still eating through the pallets like there's no tomorrow. Another example will be, now there's a pallet here that she vaulted, and watch, look at the speed that you break this pallet, and it's allowing me to stay in the chase with the Michaela. The whole point of this build is literally to eat pallets and being chased all the time, whilst Deadlock allows you to have that extra time, because ideally you want to put pressure on the survivors. Now as you can see, I broke through that pallet. Had it not been running this build, guys, I wouldn't have broke through them pallets quick enough, and I wouldn't have gotten the down on her. As you can see, Save the Best for last is coming into play here. We've 2 gens left and I get the down on him. I decided to go for the Michaela to get an extra stack on Save the Best. We have now 7 stacks on Save the Best for last, which is what you want. I recommend trying to get 7 or 8 stacks on Save the Best, because that's when you're at your most powerful. Now we get the hook on Jeff. We've 2 generators left, which ain't too bad. I'm not really concerned. We've 3 stacks. Look at the speed, guys. Come on, look at the speed you break pallets now with 3 stacks on Fire Up and Brutal Strength together. It's great. I use my speed bottle to catch up to the Bill. The Bill is going inside and he jumps out the window, which is a good play by him. Look at the speed we're kicking generators now. So ideally this build for me has worked wonders. It's allowed me to get ruthless and merciless killers. Now, do bear in mind, it's not the perfect build. There will be some games where you just get gen rushed to death. But like, that happens, you know. Every build has its flaws, you know. This one, it just happens to be that if you get, like, if survivors are on all different generators, there's nothing you can really do. But you can maintain the pressure with this build. I like this build. I think it's the Clown's most fun build to play. As you can see, Jeff gives up because I've killed all his teammates off on Ormond. Ideally, I wished I could have gotten to 5 stacks on Fire Up, because that would have been really nice. 5 stacks on Fire Up, you eat through pallets like there's no tomorrow. But still, 3 stacks on Fire Up, you still eat through pallets, so it doesn't really matter. Guys, if you've enjoyed this build, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Try the build out yourself. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this build. Anyway, that's the video. Peace.